Alright, so this is a continuation video, part 2 if you will, surrounding the towing capability of my 2023 Toyota Tundra 4-wheel drive crew cab short bed with the TRD off-road package. In the previous video I went over the modifications I've done to the truck in order to haul this, which is my 2022 Venture RV Sport Trek Touring Edition Model 302 RVB. So what I'm going to do, I've got the power disconnected to the coach. I've got the truck hitched up. I'm going to back up. I'm going to hook the coach up completely with the load leveling sway bars and drop the weight on the truck so you all can see how the truck squats with no air in the bags. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little D-wall compressor here. We carry this with us all the time in the coach right there, along with the blower, to blow leaves and stuff off. And I'm going to put 80 psi of air in the rear bags, which will level the truck out, which is how we haul this travel trailer. In addition, I usually have about 600 pounds of weight in the back, which is between the little leveling pads, the power cord, a cooler with some ice and some other knickknacks. So I'm going to get hitched up and set it down, and then I'll pick the camera up and come closer and air it up. So, as you can see there, we're fully loaded now. I've got the hitch. I'll do a close-up of the hitch. I've got the anti-sway, anti-squat bars set. And listen, I've moved this hitch assembly around 5 different ways to try to get the most load leveling. And that's the best it'll do. So that's with no air in the back bags. The truck, as mentioned previously, it's got a 2.5 inch coil spring spacer in front, 1 inch coil spring spacer in the back, with Icon 1 inch longer rear shock. And so that's how it sits. Let me do a close-up here real quick. So my hitch is this 12K rated recurve R6, and you know it once I get it lined up, if I pull forward, I lock it in. It's got that anti-sway, which the anti-sway works really good. And you know, I've moved this around several different ways to get the most spring load. I guess looking at this, I might be able to go one level higher, but then I think what it was doing was hitting the base on the tanks, on the gas, on the propane tanks. So I've reset and adjusted, you know, the pitch and angle. So anyways, like this, it's sketchy. I mean, nobody should be towing, I don't care what truck it is, half-ton wise, even a full size, let alone, you know, especially like I said, a half-ton, with the back end squatted that much and the front end. And when I first picked up this coach, this travel trailer, I didn't have any of those mods done to this truck. I had the wheels and tires on it, and the squat was way worse. So I drove, you know, East Texas back to Central Texas, probably 2.5 hours, and it was sketchy. But you know, I just did what I had to do, and I took my time, and I was as safe as I could be. But anyways, this would probably pull, you know, okay, but I still wouldn't do it. There's no weight on the front, so you know, and these trucks are a 4-link with the panhard bar rear, so when it squats down, it offsets the rear end, and then also it angles or cocks your steering, so your steering's off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the DeWalt, this DeWalt compressor, and like I mentioned, we carry this with us all the time, and I'm going to run up 80 psi in the back, and I'll put the camera back down over here so you can see how the whole truck will level out and lift. Come back over here. I got one of these gimbals, and listen, I'm not an expert at this, so bear with me. And this is like the 3rd time I've done this video, because I just had 2 deliveries, one from FedEx and one from the post office. And the post office guy, I mean, he pulled right up on front of the truck when I was trying to hitch up. Anyway, so here we go. I'm going to air the back up. I'm going to set the compressor 80 psi. I've got the air chuck in the back on the bumper, and I'm going to put 80 psi, and you'll watch that back end level out. You can see that that's 80 psi. So that's what we're going to go to. Alright, so I'm back here watching it with you, and you'll see that the back of that truck will start to level out. That DeWalt turns off automatically. It's preset 80 psi. those bags are only rated for a maximum of 100 psi, and I forget the kit. I think it might have been Airlift. It was specifically for the third gen Tundras. It bolted right in. And again, I mentioned before in another video, I've ran onboard compressors and tanks before. It's just not worth it. Now, I've got 2 trucks that are set up with bags like this, and you know, that little DeWalt compressor, it's just so handy and easy, and not having to deal with, you know, air valves corroding and compressors going bad. And I also have a Via Air handheld portable compressor in one of the other trucks. Actually, I think it might be in a Tundra. I'll show that here in a minute. But I use the DeWalt more so. See, now the truck is basically about level now. So I don't have the roughly 600 pounds in the bed that I usually carry, which would be the power cord, you know, the leveling jacks and other stuff. But you can see, I'm going to do a close-up. Let me go disconnect the compressor first. But that truck is basically perfectly level now.